to another episode of Pages of Chelsea. I am your girl Chelsea, and today we're gonna go ahead and go over June's reading list, see how it went, what I actually read, and what I thought of the books that I read. Okay, so let's get started because we have a lot to discuss. Alrighty, so the first book we read was The Cursed, and I had finished that book before I even told you guys I was reading that book because I was on a roll, baby. From May into June, your girl was on a roll. And I have my list pulled up on my computer, so if you see my reflection in my glasses, that's what it is. Actually, I may take these off because I'm close enough so I can see. Let's see. Yeah, take these off because you guys want to see the reflection. Okay, now I'm trying to see. Okay, so we started off with Cursed, and love that book, love the series. It started with The Coven, finished with The Cursed. There will be more books in that universe. I love the love story. Now, one thing I wasn't quite sure about was I don't know if you guys just heard that, but my dog just farted. And I don't know why. And the second time he did it, he keeps scared himself. As long as he don't wake the baby, I'm gonna let him have his moment. And my husband can take him out when he comes back from doing something real quick. But okay. Loved the aspect of the book. I loved the story. I loved the twists and turns. Basically, it's a love story and didn't even know it was a love story. So, loved that. I do hate how fast paced it went. Just because I feel like there was things that we kind of zoomed past. Just not to give as much away because I really try not to do spoilers, but like her brother, like I hope we get more in the universe, like what's going on with her brother, um, her friends, like there's just a lot that we um passed by really quickly, mentioned it passed by, and I need more details. Like her friend who fell in hell. Like I feel like that's another story in that universe because we need to know, like, she fell into the portal to hell. Did she make it? Did she not make it? Is she coming back? Is she gonna be angry? Like, I need to know these things. So yes, but love the book, love the series, and when the author puts out more in that universe, I will definitely be checking it out. Bride. I finished Bride. Now, if you guys remember, that was my first physical book that I read in 2024. Okay, I'm back. With my little girl here. She was waking up from her nap and didn't like being alone. Okay, so I was saying Bride. Basically, it took me forever to finish that book. Forever to finish the book. And I think it's just because I'm used to e-reading now. So I don't read those as I'm not used to reading physical books, like turning of the page, holding the book, that kind of thing. And then like remembering where I stopped and all of that stuff. So, yes, outside of pace issues, which is all mine. Hey, you smiling at mama? Okay, you be happy while I finish this. It was a good story. Now, anybody who knows me personally and you want to borrow the book, let me know. I was really confused when I was looking at reviews of the book and they were talking about nodding, and I was like, I've read adult books. Like I know a few things. This is definitely not what I thought it was. Did it bother me? No, because it makes sense because werewolves and humans and vampires and things, but it's definitely not what I thought it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get that off of the back. It didn't bother me. I didn't feel no way about it, left or right, neutral or not neutral. So I just, I read the book. Now it was a good book. It was a good book. I understand the hype behind it because I don't feel like it's ever been done, that type of book. But what I will say is I also feel like there were some things that we kind of glossed by. I definitely see there's room for that universe to expand. Once again, it's a sci-fi romance. I guess it's called a romantasy. I'm learning all these terms, y'all. And It was good. The brother and the sister relationship was very believable. The love story was very believable. Now, I will say some of the things were very predictable, and it just could be because I love a good story. If it's written, TV, verbally told, I love a good story. So maybe it's just some things that I saw coming before the characters did, just because I like a good story. And I was prepared for those things. But the story overall was good. I enjoyed myself. Will it be a book that I pick up again? Probably not. Is it a book that I would recommend? Yes. If you like fantasy and romance, it would be a book that I would recommend. That is an enjoyable read. Do I kind of regret that I bought the book? No, because I couldn't find it on Kindle Unlimited, and I think it was either a wait or it didn't exist on my Libby, and it was not on Hoopla, so either way I was gonna have to do something. So let's go to the next book, The Shut Up Ring. Now, I'm not quite sure if The Shut Up Ring was on my actual TBR for the month of June, if I actually told you guys that was a book I was supposed to read. It was not. It is a book that I am currently reading, which means it's spilled over from June to July. And I want to finish it because I like the story. The end of June was just crazy. So I really haven't finished it. I haven't even got a good way in. You guys have kids that are obsessed with pacifiers? Mine is obsessed with her pacifier. And she's tired, so I'll let her have it. But that's why if you hear her whining, that's what it is. It's a good book so far. It is technically called After the Shut Up Ring. And it's a cute little love story, second chance. Love, not second chance with the same two people, but just a second shot at love, which I always love those stories. Little girl. Yeah, you're so sleepy. Okay. And then we did Break Me and Teach Me, which, as I already said, I finished Break Me before I even recorded the June TBR list. So I finished Break Me and Teach Me. Me and my girls, we were enjoying the book so much, we just had to continue. So we finished those. Loved it. Honestly, I was thinking about why I like these books so much, and I honestly like these books so much because it's a regular girl who gets a shot to be in love with a billionaire. And it's not 50 Shades of like contracts and stuff. Like, they genuinely enjoy each other's company. They fall in love. And that part is what's believable, is it's not situational. Like, they actually fall in love even though they weren't planning to. So that's why I think I can get down with that. So those two were great. The development of her over the summer, him, learning how to be okay with that. That girl mama still get on my nerves. Haven't read that book in over a month, and that girl mama get on my last nerve. Yeah. So I'm ready to see how the brother is going to act, like his story with his mom and how she left him. Like, all of that stuff is going to play out before the end of the series. So I'm looking forward to that. And just all the places they have adult time is just one of those things you'd be like, I need a cave. I need a resort. Like, one of those things where it's not inspirational. Like, it's something that you can look, like, not forward to, because not everybody has access to that, but it's the thing that, you wish that you could do. Like, oh, I wish I could go off to France and my friend own a house, a big ass castle, and we live our life. You know what I mean? Like, something fun, adventurous. He snorts a lot. Okay. What else did we do? Okay, so I read Luca. And I discussed Luca with another friend of mine who's reading books. She loves Black romances. And I told her I'm not quite sure how I feel about the book Luca. Because Luca basically is a guy who has money, and you're not quite sure what he do to get that money, but you know what he do. Like, without knowing. And it very much gives me aspects of, let me take care of you, let me love you. And as a lady who lives in 2024, the aspect of a man like taking care of me, and I mean like fully taking care of me, like I know I'm married, but like already has this big house with 6 bedrooms, fully furnished. He tells you to quit your job. He's gonna finance you to start your own business, get you like that kind of lifestyle sounds great to me, you know, because we're very much, we work hard for what we have. Not saying that Luca didn't, but just that aspect of like money is not an option is very appealing to me. But the aspect of gun and waistband, you kind of know what he do, but you really don't want to ask because you really don't want to know, like family business type thing is where I'm like, I don't need that drama in my life. But if you take that out of it, like I said, the aspect of money is no option, let me help you reach your goals, that kind of thing is really what made me like the story. The protectiveness that he had for the girl, the family dynamic, siblings that are close, parents that really love their kids. Like, he's not really from a toxic environment. And I had like a little ratchet moment, love in this book, because I don't really do ghetto books, ratchet books, like a lot of high crime, high issue books. But I really enjoyed that book, and that cover, that man is fine. That man is fine on that book. So, yeah, I was like, okay, will I read it again? No. Will I recommend it? Definitely, because we all have those moments where we like soap operas and reality TV, like, you know, little dirty secret stuff, and that's my book. I enjoyed it thoroughly, except for that, like, what does he do? We know what we don't know type stuff. So, multitasking your moms, y'all know you gotta multitask. So that part, we finished that. Okay, so let's talk about some of these other ones that gave me a hard time. The rest of these books pretty much gave me a hard time. So that got us through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So technically, I only completed 5 books on the list. And I know you're thinking, Chelsea, you started out with 10 and you only got halfway through the list. I know, that's why I told you what the plan was for July, because this is hard. Okay, so let's discuss. I'm really trying to do this without glasses, y'all, and it's just not working. So excuse the glare, but it's just not working. Okay, so let's do I'm glad my mom died by Jenna McCarthy, the girl from iCarly. I'm really bad with names. That was a book club book for me and my friends. And I don't really do memoirs because I just typically don't like them. I found it on Libby at my local library, Audible. You think Buddy might be talking about her books? And I got about 42% in, and I don't know if it was the toxicity of the mom or the fact that was based off of her real life. And it was just a lot. It was a lot. It was draining. The book was only like 6 hours, 8 hours, something I could do in 2 days. And I got 42% in 1 day. And I was like, I can't. I'm drained by this book. Not saying that her story's not important and it wasn't a good story. It's just, for me, it was a lot. And I felt really sad that she had to act because her mother wanted her to act. And it makes sense why we don't see her in anything else, because she never really wanted to act. So that part was kind of clear. Only 42% in. And I believe I only got basically to the part where she really started getting famous off of iCarly's, how far I got. And I understand why we don't see her in anything else. So at that point, I believe I'm just going to stop at that book. Just because, like I said, it was very draining listening to the book. And reading for me is supposed to be enjoyable. And I've already told my friends that I just don't think I can finish that book. So, unfortunately, that's where I am with that book. Yeah. Everything's not for everybody, but I tried because they really wanted to know the story. Okay. So, sorry guys, it's taking a little longer usual, but somebody wanted kudos. You wanted kudos. Okay, the next book that gave me a problem was One Dark Window. Now, let me tell you something. I have this book, I believe, yes, on Kindle Unlimited. And I'm putting this on the shelf with temporary DNFing because I was too hyped for this book and I really couldn't get into it. I don't know if that's just because that's not where I am mentally and I'm more into like OG sci-fi, OG fantasy, vampires and werewolves right now. That magic is just not for me. I didn't get that far in and it didn't catch my attention. So I'm sticking that on the shelf with When the Moon Hatched and something else. I can't remember. But I'm sticking it on that shelf. Not a forever, but maybe come back to it at a later date because it's just not sitting with me. I was super excited it was on Kindle Unlimited because everybody talked about the duology and how it was great and it was a great fantasy book. And I just couldn't get it. Maybe I'll try to listen to it because some books, reading and listening, it's two different things. So we'll see. But I'm putting that on the shelf for now as to I possibly come back to later. The next two that gave us a hard time. So I'm doing the boyfriend project right now. Let me just say, I'm doing the boyfriend project right now. And that's kind of the problem. I messed up last month by actively reading / listening to way too many books at one time. I could keep the plot straight, but I didn't really commit to a book. So it's taking me a lot longer to finish those, which sucks. So I am doing the boyfriend project right now. I am maybe good like 14% into that book. Love the book. I think I understand what the premise is. Not quite sure because it's just not getting to the good part, but it started off fantastic. Girl power. I love a good girl's girl. I love a good girl code moment. And that book had it from the get-go. I love a good sisters. I love a hardworking woman. That book takes place in Texas. Whoop, whoop. Takes place in Austin. And so you already got me sucked in. I need to make sure my Austin girlies are doing what we're supposed to be doing. Like these Texas girls, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. I also like because it's a black romance book. She works at tech. Like it's giving it all. And I think this week I'm going to commit to finishing that book. Because I really like it. I just need to say Chelsea, this is the book we're reading. Read this book. Don't worry about nothing else. So it didn't really give me a problem. I just didn't commit to it. So that was my mistake. My mistake, not the book's mistake. Okay. So we have that one. And then the last one. The Southerners Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Okay. This is the book. So the last 4 books, I'm Glad My Mom Died, The Boyfriend Project, After the Shut Up Ring, and the Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Those were the last 4 books that I was simultaneously reading or digesting at one time. And so it's my fault because I didn't give each of those bodies of work their most undivided attention that I could give them. So I started listening to that book and because I couldn't find it on Kindle Unlimited. Libby didn't have it for reading, I don't think. Or maybe I found it on Hoopla for listening and I just chose that. So maybe I'll try to read it. I am about halfway through the book. It's decent. It's not anything that I would write home about. But I kind of want to know what happens. And that's probably one of the books I will finish this month. I think it's actually about to expire. So I need to write down how far I got. So that if I do pick it back up this month, I don't have to start all the way back over again. But it was a cute little book. Took place back in the 80s or so, early 90s. And it's a cute little book in a cute little town on the East Coast of America. It's, it's a cute little book. But I didn't give it its undivided attention, so it's taking me like 2 weeks to get to that book. And honestly, I just kind of let it go. So I kind of need to check that on Hoopla, see where I am. And when I pick it back up, kind of just start off. Because I can remember plots very well. Give me a couple lines and I can be like, okay, this is where we are. So I'm going to do that. So that is what happened in the month of June. I only completed 5 books. I have three books that are still ongoing and that I have to finish because I've kind of started them and I kind of like them. So at least I know for sure I'm going to finish the Boyfriend Project, and I'm going to finish After the Shut Up Ring, because After the Shut Up Ring is very cute. Like I said, second chance at love for the woman, and I'm just excited to see where that goes for her. So I'll finish those. But that is what happened in the month of June. I feel like I let you guys down. I feel like I let myself down. So that's why July is going to be switched up a little bit so that it still remains fun. If you guys have any other books you think I should read, please let me know. Comment. I have an ongoing TBR list of books that I just pull. And I'm excited going forward to just pull books that I got off of Kindle for free, because your girl is all about a good deal. So those will be, I'll try to do those a few times throughout the rest of the year, because I got like over 100 books. But that's what happened, and I hope you guys had a good month of reading in the month of June. I'm excited to see what you guys read in the month of July. I did not close out this video, I think maybe because the baby started crying, but I'm going to leave you here with June's calendar of how I read, what my weeks looked like. July's TBR is already up, so if you haven't watched that video, you can go see how we switched up July. Instead of doing 10 books, we lowered the numbers, so you should probably go see what that is. And let me know, are we reading the same books? Have you already read these books? Let me know. And if you think I should continue One Dark Window or the Southerners Book Club to vampires, you guys know what I mean. Let me know. Or if I should pick back up I'm Glad My Mom Died, just let me know. Maybe it's something I'm missing. Maybe I should give it another chance. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out this video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.